Perry, you know, one of our big stars here, the King of Violence, he titles himself, and you know he's had such a rise in the sport. Now he's up against you know, a little dweeb of a thing in a fight this weekend that we're all rooting for him.
Don't aspire to be, you know, one of these like YouTuber fighters.
Right.
Aspire for world titles. Aspire for Olympic.
That's him now. He's super jacked.
He looks like a bodybuilder.
See, that's what he looks like now. He's still jacked. Still looks great. He looks good, though.
Whoa. He looks so old now.
On a recent episode of Asterisk, the Joe Rogan Experience Asterisk, Joe Rogan discussed the buzzed about matchup between Conor McGregor and Jake Paul. Known for his sharp insights on M&A, Rogan analyzed their strengths and weaknesses, offering his take on how the fight might unfold. His breakdown highlighted the unique styles and potential strategies each fighter could bring.
That's what Jake's doing.
Yeah.
That kid is a master troll, dude. He's a master creating hype. Like, dude, if I'm Dana White, I'm praying that this guy can actually...
A Jake Paul Amanda Nunes boxing match.
That's because Dana said maybe I'll let Amanda Nunes knock him out.
Now I think people are coming around. I say, if this kid was not a YouTuber, if he wasn't some guy that you knew from the time he was like 16 years old on YouTube, and you just saw him box, and you saw him knock out former UFC champions, you saw him beat legitimate boxers, or beat athletes and beat a bunch of MMA fighters, you'd go, this kid can fight. He knows how to fight. Nothing he's doing looks wrong. He's not like sticking his head straight up in the air and winging punches with his eyes closed. He's fighting well. He looks good. And if he was just an up and coming boxer that was this exciting, like highly promotable, like really good at selling.
A recent episode of Asterisk, the Joe Rogan Experience Asterisk, sparked discussion as Joe Rogan analyzed Conor McGregor's career decline. Rogan attributed McGregor's struggles to self-destructive behavior fueled by the pitfalls of money and fame. He explored how these factors impacted the fighter's trajectory, shedding light on the challenges McGregor faced outside the octagon.
Is ever going to fight again?
What's happening with his the civil suit? He's being dropped by all his companies or something?
Yeah, you know, I don't know the real details of that case, but the reality is that guy's partying, and he's partying real hard.
Dude, some of his interviews, you can tell he is out of it. Have you seen the Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor interview for Roadhouse? And he's just tweaking the whole time?
He's
and
tweaking?
Jake's just like...
You know, it's funny, Shane Gillis has a great bit about Conor McGregor in Roadhouse. He goes, Conor McGregor basically played a c***ed-out Conor McGregor in Roadhouse.
Joe Rogan recently critiqued Conor McGregor, noting that McGregor seemed to be playing a version of himself in Asterisk Roadhouse Asterisk. To grasp the weight of Rogan's comments, it's crucial to revisit McGregor's meteoric rise. When he joined the UFC, McGregor was a dynamic force, celebrated for his bold personality and magnetic self-promotion. Fans were drawn to his confidence, making him an instant favorite. But McGregor's legacy wasn't built on charisma alone. His electrifying performances inside the octagon cemented his status as an MMA legend. His blend of skill and showmanship left an indelible mark on the sport's history.
Perhaps the most important fight of your career. Give us your thoughts on this rematch. He should have killed me when he had the chance, because now I'm back and I'm going to kill you and your whole team. You and their kids. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants. That's what I dreamed into reality.
A pivotal moment in Conor McGregor's career came in 2015 when he delivered a stunning 13-second knockout against the legendary Jose Aldo to claim the UFC featherweight title. His rapid ascent continued with a historic victory at UFC 205 in 2016, where he became the first UFC fighter to hold championships in 2 weight classes simultaneously.
I'm your daddy, eh? Call me Jose Senior.
When we do,
Tell him I'm his daddy. Tell him I'm his daddy.
I really don't care. Like, he can talk whatever he wants, and I'll continue to be the champion.
He said, tell him he's his daddy.
Tell him I said I am his daddy.
Ele tá falando que ele é seu pai.
Nunca vai ser.
Sit on my lap.
Nunca vai ser. Tá mais fácil
Sit on my lap.
eu domino.
I'm saying is this.
When you knock a champion who's been that dominant and that good for 10 years out in 14 seconds, there is a question, which is, was that in some way?
At that point, McGregor appeared unstoppable, embodying the pinnacle of success in MMA. His combination of talent, charisma, and showmanship had fans believing he was on the brink of becoming the greatest fighter in the sport's history, solidifying his place in combat sports legend.
Dylan Dennis is a professional fighter. He's a professional fighter. He jumps out, he takes a swing at him. They're screaming, and Dylan's like, "F you," and he's like, "F you," and there's a bunch of people get involved, and then a bunch of other people jump in. The whole thing was nuts. But the idea that we should be shocked after him throwing a dolly at a bus because Khabib's on the bus, a
woman who accused the mixed martial arts fighter Conor McGregor of raping her in a hotel in Dublin 6 years ago has won a civil case against him. The jury has found McGregor liable and ordered him to pay Nikita Hand €250,000 in.
However, as Joe Rogan highlights, McGregor's downfall began soon after reaching these career peaks, marking a dramatic decline.
Earlier this month, a legal letter outlining the allegations was sent to Mr. McGregor and seen by BBC News. It says the alleged assault took place in a bathroom at an arena in Miami. The woman's lawyer said she'd been watching Game 4 of the finals on Friday the 9th of June before the alleged incident happened. She alleged the woman was forced into a men's bathroom by security guards from the NBA and Miami Heat before being violently assaulted by Mr. McGregor. A lawyer representing Mr. McGregor said, "The allegations are false. Mr. McGregor will not be intimidated." Both the City of Miami Police and the Miami Heat, which hosted the NBA Finals game, say that they are conducting investigations.
I don't know if Conor's ever going to fight again.
What's happening with his, he just got like the civil suit or whatever, and he's being dropped by all his companies or something.
Yeah. I don't know the real details of that case. I know his version of it and her version of it and what played out in the court. But the reality is that guy's partying, and he's partying real hard. And he talked about it in the court case. He's talking about cocaine. That was the whole thing.
In recent years, Conor McGregor's MMA career has been marked by a series of setbacks. After achieving unprecedented success, including winning 2 UFC titles in different weight classes, McGregor's trajectory began to change following his high-profile defeat to Khabib Nurmagomedov in 2018. The loss to Khabib, who dominated McGregor both mentally and physically, seemed to mark a turning point. Although McGregor continued to fight sporadically, his performances were inconsistent, and his previous dominance appeared to slip away. McGregor's return to the octagon in 2021 was much anticipated, but it ended in a devastating fashion. In his highly publicized trilogy fight with Dustin Poirier in July of that year, McGregor suffered a brutal leg injury that led to a TKO loss. The injury occurred late in the first round when McGregor's leg buckled as he stepped back after an exchange. The gruesome injury caused the fight to be called off, leaving McGregor in considerable...
$350 million. $350 million.
Yes. Floyd's not ready for this. Much respect to Floyd, he's a solid businessman. What he has been able to do, he is a full animal at what he has been able to do. But as far as real fighting, as far as true, pure, unreal combat, Floyd don't want none of this. I think he does not want none of this. People will even ask him. He wants to run the boxing rules. He wants a boxing match. He doesn't want to fight. So much respect.
Considerable pain and sidelined for an extended period. Since then, McGregor's presence in the UFC has been more limited, with his focus shifting to business ventures and public appearances. His MMA career has been plagued by injuries, inactivity, and questions about his motivation. Despite these challenges, McGregor has maintained his brash persona, and fans continue to wonder if he can ever return to the top of the sport. His recent setbacks have raised doubts, but the future remains uncertain as McGregor continues to rehab and contemplate his next move in the UFC. Whether he can regain his former glory is still a question that remains to be answered.
He's like any other young up-and-coming boxer. It's just everybody dismisses him because he's a YouTuber.
For sure. It's easy to dismiss him, but I was there when he knocked out Tyron, and I was like, man,
done with this kid. I never wanted to corner another fight in my life, man. I was like, yo, he just knocked my boy flat out on his face, man. I was heartbroken.
Bro, he has power.